How are you? Hi, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. How are you guys? Good morning. Sorry it's been so long since I've done a scope. I had a sick little girl who fell down the stairs and then was sick after that, so it's been an interesting few days. But hi Kim. Yeah, she's doing okay. She's completely fine. She just was helping her sister clean her room, and they were pushing stuff down the stairs, and they have these giant tumbling mats because my girls were competitive cheerleaders and they're tumblers, and so she was pushing that down and decided to ride it down and tumbled all the way down the stairs. So she's fine now, but it was an interesting few days. So since I am backlogged and haven't done some stuff at my own house, I haven't made my Valentine's Day wreath yet. And so I was going to make it, and I thought, well, I might as well make it with all of you guys so you guys can learn how to make wreaths also. Let me show you the type of wreath that I'm talking about. I'm going to show you guys how to make wreaths like this. So the really big deco mesh, really fun and pretty wreaths. That's what I am going to show you guys how to make today. They're totally simple and easy and can save you guys a ton of money because typically, no, this is not a donut. Anyway, normally these typically run for like $45 and up. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this for about $10, depending on how frugal you are and how wise you are with your spending. For starters, what you guys, no, this is a straw wreath. And you guys will be able to find these at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Oh, thank you. So these at Michael's, they're just in the floral section, and you're going to be able to find, no, not Krispy Kreme. You're going to be able to find these in the floral section at your craft store. So Hobby Lobby's, Michael's, Joann's, for those of you who have Joann's. So any of that. This is, what I did was I used my 40% off coupon from Michael's. So this is normally $6.49. So with that, it made it $3.89. So you guys can get this for $3.89 at Michael's. The other thing is, you're going to need deco mesh. Now this can be pricey. This runs about $10 a roll. If you are watching your sales, I bought this at Christmas time. As you can see, this is from Christmas, from Hobby Lobby. So, okay, bye. Anyway, okay, he's gone. She's gone. Whoever the donut person is, we're not dealing with that. So anyway, sorry guys, this runs $10 a roll. If you plan ahead, like I said, I bought this at Christmas time, so I was able to get this for 70% off. I think I spent like $2 on this roll or something like that. It was crazy. So you guys just watch your sales and plan ahead. Hi! And you guys will be able to save a ton of money. So obviously right now, Valentine's Day, I know I was just at Michael's and they did have some of this on their 50% off for Valentine's, so you may be able to get it there and save yourself some money too. My ribbon that I have here, this is 2.5-inch ribbon. Hi, Courtney. And I'm going to show you guys how to make some bows with this, the big bows that you would put on a wreath. I bought this 70% off at Michael's. This was Christmas ribbon also. So, like I said, just watch the sales. Right now, Michael's has a huge sale going on all their Valentine's Day stuff is 50% off. I was just there. And so watch your sales and you can save yourself a ton of money. But no matter what, doing this will be cheaper than buying one. The other thing you're going to need, so here's what we're using so far. Floral wire, you'll need a needle nose plier, you'll need a pair of scissors, and you're gonna need these greeting pins. These, if I can get it in the, maybe, there we go, maybe not. Okay, so these pins you can find at, there it is, it's nice and clear now. You can find these at Michael's. These pins run $2.19. They also have them at Walmart. They come in a bag and they will be in the floral section at Walmart. So these are absolutely necessary. You have to have these. And this is what they look like when you open them. This is what we're going to be using to stick the deco mesh onto the straw wreath. Okay. And then you guys can have some flowers if you want to decorate with some flowers. I'm adding some flowers onto mine. So my wreath is going to be red with some leopard and some black flowers for Valentine's Day. And so let's get started. Does anyone have any questions on supplies before I get started and show you guys how to do this? So remember, all of my videos are on Catch. So you guys will be able to watch this later so that you guys can make your own wreaths. I can't wait to see what you guys do for Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day and Easter and just every day. You can do this with burlap as well. If we have time when I'm done, I will show you a burlap one too. It's in my garage, which is right behind me, and I can grab it really quick and show you guys what it looks like. But so what we're going to do is, these are really simple and fun, you guys. Okay, when you get your wreath, it's going to have a flat side on the back and then a curved side on the front. You want to work on the curved side. You don't want to work on the back side because then this is going to lay flat on your door, and if you work on this side, it's going to push it off of your door. So just a heads up on that. And all you're going to do is you're going to open up your deco mesh and just bunch it up, accordion style, bunch it up in your hands. And don't worry about all this. This is going to be covered. So you're going to get your pins. And you want to pull this together pretty tight so that it will actually go on in between the two pieces of this pin. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you? Okay, there we go. So all you're going to do is you're going to stick it into the wreath, add an angle, and then direct it up. So it's going to go, let me grab a, so it's going to go into the wreath, add an angle, and then point it up and all the way down. Okay, does that make sense? So in at an angle, and then twist it up and point it straight down. And that's going to help it really secure it in place. And then you're just going to want to bunch up some of this deco mesh, or if you choose to use burlap, it's all the same thing. Burlap will get you all dirty, just a heads up for those of you who want a burlap one. Burlap, for some reason, just loves to make a big, big mess. So you're just going to continue to just bunch this together, put the pin through the center of your section, and just literally go around and bunch it up. Okay, it's really simple. So while I'm doing this and poking myself with the pins, be careful because I just poked myself pretty good. How was your guys' weekend? Did you guys have a great weekend? Hello? How many of you guys watched the Super Bowl and ate way too much junk food? Because that would be me. I made cookies. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you guys have seen I posted all the cookies that we made, and I made 7.5 dozen sugar cookies. And I think I brought them to a Super Bowl party at my neighbor's house, and then the last of them went to my husband's work. So they were gone super fast. So yeah. So what did you guys do this weekend? You guys are so quiet today. Oh, thank you, Courtney. They're super fun and easy. Flooding cookies with royal icing. It's time consuming, but they're pretty easy. Anything exciting? Nobody? I can't believe it, you guys. You had a whole weekend. My daughter is doing much better. Her back was sore for a while. Yum, spaghetti and meatballs. Her back was pretty sore, but after some ibuprofen and some ice, she's doing great. Thanks for asking. It did teach her a lesson, though, about sliding down the stairs. Even though Mommy has told her that numerous times, she tends to have to learn things the hard way sometimes. But don't we all have to do that? Okay, so see how simple this is, you guys? We're just literally sticking the pin through the deco mesh and just sliding it on. And it's starting to take shape. You can totally do this. Oh no. Sleepless nights are never fun. And you are just physically, not only are you exhausted, but emotionally, I am always exhausted when I have to deal with those sleepless nights. Hopefully you will get a great night's sleep tonight. So yes, this is something easy that you guys can totally pull off. Well, you know, at least these are on catch, so you can, once you finish your current projects, then you can start these and maybe have one for Easter. The type of pins they're greeting pins. They're made, these ones are from Michaels. Here's the box. Let's give it a second to get clear, if it will. My phone does not like to get clear. Maybe not. Well, basically, this is what the box looks like. These are available at Michaels, and they're $2.19. They also come in a bag in the floral section at Walmart, and they're like 98 cents, or, you know, they're random prices. No, we don't want your husband to put you out. My husband actually was like, hey, where's our Valentine's Day wreath? Because he's so used to me having a wreath up for every holiday. And I didn't have one up yet. So I was like, oh, I better get it. It's this weekend. So yeah, you guys, it's this simple. You're literally just going to bunch it up and just go around. Again, watch the sales on this. I always have deco mesh on hand. They're very easy, and you'll see as we come together and I show you guys how to make the bows and stuff too. They're really, really simple. And they look so pretty, and you can save yourself a ton of money. But yeah, they're super simple, and the more creative, I mean, I've done, like I said, if we have time, I'll go grab you guys some of the other ones that I've done. They're all in my garage right now, and show you guys how simple and fun. They are easy. It's not me making it look easy. It really is simple. Obviously, I have a lot of practice with it, so, you know, there is a little bit of practice involved, but they're really not complicated. The only thing, like I said, burlap. I love burlap, but burlap does make a big mess, so be prepared to be messy if you decide to want to make a burlap one. So we're just about done with this first part. And then obviously you guys can fluff these according to where it needs to be fluffed and reposition anything. Once you have everything on, they're really easy to reposition too. And I'll show you guys how to do that. So we're down to the wire on our roll. It will take an entire roll, so if you want it to be really fluffy. So when you get to the end here, what I like to do is take my end and flip it under. So you kind of want to roll it under. So as you go to stick it in, you're going to actually grab the stuff you've rolled under, slide your pin through the deco mesh, and it will help give it a clean finished look. Okay, so now, like I said, if you need to fluff these up, open any of them up to make sure it's nice and even. So here's the beginning of it. Now, for instance, right here, I don't like how this looks. I want this to be moved over some. So all you do is just pull out your pin and then just stick it back in and just reposition it. And then you'll be set. So that's basically how we're going to put all the deco mesh on. Now, let me show you guys how to make a big, giant bow. This is where you're going to need your pliers, your scissors, your ribbon, and the floral wire. You're going to want a pretty decent sized piece of the floral wire, about 5 or 6 inches, and you're just going to cut that off. Go ahead and open up your ribbon. And this is going to take quite a bit of ribbon. So if you only have maybe 2 or 3 feet of this, this isn't going to be enough. You're going to need about 4 feet or more. So this is wired ribbon. So you want to have wired ribbon so that you can fluff it accordingly. So your wired ribbon, you're going to take it and you're going to roll it up to what you want your center to be and roll that 2 times. And then you're going to take this and you're going to pinch it and give it a twist so that your ribbon looks, you've got the right side up. And you're just going to loop it around and hold it together in the center. Give it another twist. So you're going to be twisting this back and forth, okay? So you want to twist it so that, again, your ribbon is face up. Make sure to take your time with this. Don't try to rush it. If you do, it's going to be a lot harder to adjust and fix it. So then again, bring your centerpiece and give it a twist on this side. Now your next loop, you're going to want a little bit bigger so that you guys can see it. Not much, but just a little. And again, bring your centers together. Twist your ribbon so it's face up. Put your center together. And then give it a twist. I like to do 3 loops. Again, you can do as many as you really want, but 3 will give me a total of 6. So I don't really like it to be too much bigger than that. Okay, so when you're at this point now, you're going to pull off whatever you want for your tails. So depending on how long you want your tails, you're going to pull it to that length and then just bring the piece up. And here, as you can see, this is the back. I'm holding it all together. These are super easy. You'll love how simple these are. So when you bring your piece for your tails back up, make sure that your ribbon is, you're putting the back of it in this bunch of ribbon, okay? And then you're going to trim it off right here. I do have ribbon fingers. I have lots of experience with this. So now you're going to take your floral wire and you're going to stick it through your middle loop up here and very carefully pull it around your ribbon and twist it up. You're going to want to make this pretty tight, so don't let it go until it's tight. This is where your needle nose pliers are going to come into place. So you're going to pull it up and you're just going to tighten this and just keep on twisting it until it's nice and tight. Because if it's not tight, it's just all gonna come right apart, and I have done that, so I'm giving you what not to do. And then just clip off the excess and squeeze down the section that's sticking up. I noticed my finger. Okay, so now we've got this really funky looking bow for the moment, which is gonna turn into a beautiful bow. So your tails, you have this mess down here of a big giant loop. You're gonna put these together, both of them facing upwards. Take it all the way down to your end and just give it a snip so that now you have your two pieces. And stack them on top of each other. Fold them in half. And take your scissors and cut up at an angle. So you're just gonna cut them straight up at an angle, both together at the same time, and it's gonna give you the little V edges. Then you're gonna take your bow and just open it up and position this however it makes you happy, and kind of just move everything around. Okay, and then you're going to grab one more piece of ribbon. This is going to be about, I don't know, like 7 inches or so. It doesn't even matter because this is just going to be to help pin it down. So you're just going to take this piece of ribbon, slide it in between your loop up here, your center piece, and just circle it around and just tie it in a little knot. It's going to help secure everything, and then this is what you're going to use to pin it down on your wreath. So there it is, nice and simple. I move my, let's see, there we go, there it is. Okay, so now to stick your bow in, you're going to want 2 pins, because you're going to pin each side of your ribbon. So each side of the part that you guys have tied on there, you're going to want to pin that on. I'm going to stand up here. So you're going to take your tails, hold on to your extra ribbon pieces here. You're going to take those, slide it in between the ribbon just like you did your wreath, and just stick it into the straw. And now position your bow so it looks nice and pretty. And your tails however you want them to be. I need to fluff this bow a little bit more because I'm picky about my bows. Okay, so right now this is, we're almost done. We're getting there. What I am going to do on this one, and you guys can, do them however you want. They're yours. So there's no right or wrong way to do these. I'm going to add some flowers onto this, and I'm also going to add some pearls. So I have this roll of pearls. So I'm just going to take my extra pins here, and I'm just going to use these to stick. So again, you're just sliding it over the pin so that this is right in the middle of the pin, and just stick the pin right into the straw. And make sure it goes all the way down so that it's holding whatever it is that you are pushing in, whether it's extra ribbon or some kind of embellishment. Make sure that your pin is all the way down, or this is just going to pop right out. And I'm just going to zigzag this in. It can kind of loop between the deco mesh. So any questions so far? Have I gone too fast, or is you guys all still with me? This one good. I'm glad you guys are all with me still. So see how simple these are, you guys? And people try to charge an arm and a leg for these. There's no need. You're welcome. So are there any other tutorials that you guys, I love pearls, so I like adding them in. Pearls, rhinestones, anything that sparkles. So are there any other, I have a list of tutorials that I have that I'd like to do for you guys. No, it's not a foam wreath. Hold on, I'll flip it over. It is a straw wreath from Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Both of them have one. They have them in 2 sizes. I like the larger size of the 2. But if you have a smaller door, then you guys can get the smaller ones. Because as you see, it does get a lot larger as you add on all the deco mesh. So plan accordingly to the size of your door. Or for those of you who have double doors, then you guys get to make 2 and have fun with that. Okay, so now I have my pearls. And my noisy dog. Let's see, I want that to stay, but it's not. Okay, so, right, not 2. I know, my mom has double doors, and so she always needs 2. So my final touch on this is I'm going to add black roses. I know that sounds kind of warped, but it's Valentine's Day, and I want to add black to match the leopard. So these I literally bought Halloween at the dollar store. So that's where I got these. I know some places carry black roses. They're a little bit difficult to find because they're kind of a strange request. So what I'm going to do with these, now as you see, these are from the dollar store. So they're really flimsy and they are going to need some hot glue reinforcement. So in between your petals, just slide some hot glue in there to help keep them all together. If you've spent more money on some nicer flowers, this may not be a necessary step, but for these cheap ones, it totally, completely is. But I figure if it's hanging outside on my door, I really don't want to use super expensive flowers for outside. And then you're not going to want to trim off this piece. You're going to want to use this to stick in between your deco mesh with some hot glue. This is where you guys have to be so careful not to burn your fingers. Okay, and I'm going to just kind of clump, so I'm going to add some hot glue here and just slide my flower inside between the deco mesh and the hot glue and just push it down, but be very careful. Please, please, please do not burn yourself. Okay. Just add some hot glue in here. My hot glue gun is a high temperature hot glue gun, available at any craft location. I prefer a high temperature glue gun over a low temperature glue gun. The reason for it is when you're dealing with different temperatures and those kind of things, where like we've had pouring down rain and it's been really cold here in North Carolina, they actually hold up a lot better. Low temperature glue guns, because it doesn't heat up as much and the glue's not as hot and doesn't stick as well, it's easy for them to fall off. So just a little heads up on that. High temperature glue guns for stuff like this, like the Dories, all of those kind of things, I prefer a high temperature glue gun over a low temperature glue gun. So again, it's just my preference, but that's the reason behind it. The hotter the glue gets, the better it actually sticks. So almost done. Oh, really? We we just moved here. I've been here for 4 months. So I moved from Bakersfield, California. I am adjusting to the North Carolina East Coast and all the differences here between the East and the West Coast is pretty interesting. So see guys, these are super simple. I have a few more little roses over here. What I'm also going to do is pull off a couple of the black leaves now that I'm just about done. Let me add one more baby. This is a itty bitty baby. We're going to slide that little baby right here. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just going to add in a few little leaves the same way, just some hot glue and press them. Just be careful not to burn yourself. Okay, just about finished. Okay. Set that over to the side. Move all this out of the way and turn the camera. Knock you guys over while I'm at it. Let's see.